it's your old pal Slim, and welcome to a special bonus episode of 70mm, a podcast for movie fans just like you. With me, as always, is my close friend and artist, Danny Haas.
Hello.
And our close friend and movie insider, Protolexis.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
We're here to talk about December. Those episodes, just as a reminder, will only be going out to free and paid members of our Patreon. They're not going onto the main feed. And the theme is going to be 70mm's Forbidden Journey. We're only covering movies that have or have been Universal theme park attractions. We recorded these episodes. They're already done after we spent some time in Universal Studios Orlando during our annual 70mm Summit. Danny, this theme feels like your dream. Is this a dream realized?
It is a dream realized. And I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to pick the movies for the weeks as we did, but we did it. Yeah,
this was Gru Grux Dave's suggestion in our Discord. He might even be patron number one.
Yeah,
when you look it up in the database.
Yeah,
patron number one. This was his suggestion, and I think Danny started his levitation began after that suggestion happened. The DMs were flying in. Do we pivot? Do we change everything? Proto, were you ready to pivot once Danny started making moves?
I would say I wasn't ready to pivot at the time because we did have something else cooking, and I thought that was pretty good as well. That felt like a good list of films to cover. But as Danny made his case, and I started to buy in. I bought in, and I think it was the right choice at this point, all things considered.
He stopped the preheat that was happening on that theme. He shut it off. He put them back in the fridge, and we went into a new direction. So let's see, December 1st. This episode is going to the main feed as of December 1st. So if you're listening to this on the main feed, the first episode is already out on our Patreon, and it is one of the big ones. This was the movie that we did at our first ever meetup. It was a surprise screening. Nobody knew what movie we're going to be screening, but it's 1985's Back to the Future. Robert Zemeckis, Danny. Talk to us. How's it feel?
It feels great because this is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It was one of my favorite Universal rides of all time until they replaced it with your favorite, The Simpsons.
Did you say Slimsons or Simpsons?
I may have slipped, but Slimsons works for our show. This is such an iconic film, and it pulls at my Universal Studios heart. So I'm happy to have done it, and it's my favorite car of all time, and I'm happy to talk about it.
We were at Universal. They had the car from the second movie there.
They had the car.
People were like getting photos next to the car like it was a funeral wake. Like they were just paying their respects to the car. Yeah. You remember? I think you paid some respects too.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of my favorite rides until the custodian said, "Sir, please unmount the DeLorean." Which I'm thankful I could stay in the park after that. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's there. Yeah. It's there. You get to go see it. You can almost touch it.
You can't touch it.
Yeah, it's a sight to behold. And what a picture.
What a friggin' picture. And I mean, just for a reminder of people that aren't familiar with, we get together every year. We recorded our December episode so we can essentially take that month off. So we watched Back to the Future together, and then we started recording, 10 minutes afterward.
That's crazy.
That's the dream of podcasting right there, I think.
Yeah.
So the Simpsons ride replaced Back to the Future seems like a colossal mistake, looking back, right? They should have just kept Back to the Future there. Was a contract running out or something, or was Back to the Future not as cool for a while? What was the pulse?
I don't really know the reason, because it feels like so long ago now at this point. I don't remember why they pulled the plug. I mean, the Back to the Future ride was getting old, but all it needed was a couple upgrades.
Look at Star Tours.
Right. Look at Star Tours. But I don't know. Maybe it was just getting stale.
Look at Men in Black.
And yet people are selfieing with the DeLorean and no one's selfieing with one other Simpsons. I don't even know the names of Duffy.
Bart Simpson. Your favorite.
Bart Simpson. They're not even selfieing with the characters that are around. So it's like, read the room.
I mean, you guys refuse to go in The Simpsons.
Oh, I've never ridden it. I
we
won't
didn't
ride
even go
it.
into Krusty's.
No,
I've done the Simpsons area before, and I don't love it. I mean, I love the Simpsons, but I'm not like, we have to go to see the Simpsons. You know, I'd rather do Back to the Future, to be honest.
For me, it was
any of these
something like
retro
that.
properties.
like I would rather have walked through a full build out of like the Simpsons house. Like that's way cooler than some dumb 3D ride.
Right. Make the town, make Evergreen Terrace.
That's what it's called?
The street that they live on, but
Evergreen Terrace.
So that's episode 1. It's out now, December 1st. An incredible conversation. We just get right into the bones of it, folks. There's no, what did you watch this week? Okay,
No.
It's nearly 1 hour of Back to the Future talk.
Yeah, we just bone for an hour.
We go right into the boning. No pregame. The week after that, December 8th, Monday. This was a fantastic conversation. I mean, one of our best conversations maybe in history. I heard ratings changed mid-conversation as we talked about this movie. This one I have been wanting to cover on the show for some time. We are doing from 1983 Psycho 2. It's 22 years later and Norman Bates is coming home. This one, very notable in the conversation you'll hear because at the time, Danny swore to me and Proto up and down that we never did Psycho 1 on the show. He's like, can we do Psycho 2 without doing Psycho 1? And we had to prove to him that we did, in fact, do Psycho 1 on the show. So it was fair game.
Fair game.
We had to show him his own art. That he did.
Danny, you did this. Not only that, but Danny did 2 separate pieces of art for the meetup and the episode. So
I forgot
two
about
different
that.
pieces of art. But the Psycho attraction at Universal, we did not see it in Florida. Right?
No, I mean, you won't see the Psycho attraction. Correct. They used to have a Hitchcock kind of stage show, I would call it, where you sit and you kind of go through a Hitchcock, how he make the films, how he did Rear Window, the small models, Sabotage, the Psycho shower scene, and some great moments with interactions with the audience. It was honestly one of my favorite attractions growing up as a kid. I think it was like me dipping my toe a little bit into horror, just enough for me to be scared, but not actually watch the films. And then in the back end of Universal Studios, the Norman Bates house and the Bates Motel were built full scale because they filmed Psycho 4 there with Anthony Perkins as well. So they were filming in Universal Studios Florida, one of the Psychos. So growing up as a kid, I used to walk and we would see the Bates house and the Bates Motel, and it was so eerie to be able to see it and walk past it as a kid. So I miss having Hitchcock in the parks because it felt so universal. I mean, they still get it in Hollywood, which is great.
Bro, what can you remember from this conversation, that viewing experience, Psycho 2, going back to the Psycho universe?
Well, I'll say I hope that this kicks off a Psycho 2 renaissance within our nation, because I think this is a movie that's kind of slept on in terms of how fun it is, because we had so much fun talking about this movie. It might have been our best conversation at the summit. There was revelations. You had seen it before, so you revealed things to us that like we didn't even gather.
Rocking our
and
world.
It's like a movie that's worth watching multiple times. So, if people are listening to this and thinking like Psycho 2, do I need to watch it? I would just say it is such a fun ride. It's a fascinating movie. The script is just wild. It's really worth it. So I would not miss this one specifically, because it was just such a fun movie to talk about at the end of it. There's so much in this movie that's crazy. Yeah.
The plot, Norman essentially is freed after 22 years and he comes home, and Vera Miles is back in it, and she's pissed. She's pissed about the whole thing.
She really is. She's mad the whole time.
I mean, her sister was murdered and she's not happy about this freedom that Norman has. And then I think during that conversation, we talked about how I listened to the director's commentary. So as we left, I think the summit, we listened to the Psycho 2 commentary on our car rides. That was a lot of fun. Oz Perkins is in this movie, folks.
Yeah.
The master of horror himself. You'll see him in a cameo. Very fun. Let's see. Finally, for December 15th. This one was a shocker. I can't remember what was in the running. Do you remember what else was in the running, Danny? For
Earthquake. We had Earthquake up there from the 70s. I don't know if we had like Men in Black in the running. I think maybe Backdraft. Yeah, Backdraft was in the running. Maybe Bourne. I think we hinted at maybe a Bourne movie. Transformers, Michael Bay on the pod.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we were throwing a lot of stuff around for this last film. And landing where we land, I'm actually really happy.
We landed in 2005, Peter Jackson's King Kong, the eighth wonder of the world. Naomi Watts, Adrian Brody, and Jack Black, and Andy Serkis. In one of his most pivotal performances that I can remember. But yeah, this King Kong, I remember, where did we see? Yeah, we did the King Kong ride, Skull Island,
Reign
which
of
is not
Kong.
like tied to the legendary movies. It's kind of more tied to Peter Jackson's universe.
Yeah.
And great experience on that ride. I think that probably sold us Proto in maybe choosing King Kong.
Yeah, I mean, the queue for that ride is amazing. It looks fantastic. And I think also it's an easy pick for us because this is such a 70mm movie.
Yeah.
You know, I think of all the time periods, you know, our formative years is like 95 to 2005. So any of the movies in that time period, because we all have memories of seeing movies like that. So we all had memories of seeing this, or at least, you know, remembering when it came out. So it's very much a movie, I think, that fits us in just like those years of us growing up. So because I had, you know, memories of seeing this in the theater. So it was a great movie to go back to and revisit and see how we felt, especially with newer Kongs having come out now.
I mean, there's making of, the movie is like 6 hours long, FYI. And the making of documentaries are as amazing. Like I remember, that's right. We watched sorry, I'm about to bring up Bryan Singer, everybody. But we watched, at the time, Bryan Singer was like making Superman Returns, and he got the phone call that Peter needs him. Peter wants him to come to the King Kong set because he's literally falling asleep while making the movie. He needs someone to help co-direct for a few days while he can take a little nappy on set. I mean, how crazy, Danny, was that footage looking back?
I mean, it's just crazy to see the footage, but it's crazy to watch a man like Peter Jackson be mid-sentence with Bryan Singer about what he's doing and just straight up falling asleep. And Bryan just like staring at him and just kind of walking away as Peter falls asleep on a chair mid-conversation. I mean, that man was running himself ragged to make this film.
Yeah. One thing I didn't ask at the time, but doesn't Peter have like a trusted assistant like on set at these King Kong movies that he can tap? Like he had to have Bryan Singer fly in while making Superman Returns?
Right. I don't know.
It's not cost effective, I don't think.
Nothing is.
But also, I mean, like looking back at those videos, the making of, it's such a interesting era looking back because Bryan Singer and Peter Jackson were like, you know, they were at top of the world. They could probably do whatever they wanted at any time. And it was crazy to look back at the footage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like John Chu and Oz Perkins now.
You're right. My God, Oz calling John over to film a day of his 7th horror movie that year.
Oz falling asleep in the chair.
One thing too, you know, we have had our Patreon in place since 2020. The cheapest tier is $4 a month, but you can get a discount annually. We're going to be raising our prices for new members for the first time in January. So if anything in December is of interest, you can lock in at the $4 a month price or the annual price. Nothing will change for you. Nothing changes for current members. But in January, it will be going up to $5 a month. Inflation happens. The dollar has changed in 5 years, nearly 6 years. So it will be going up to $5 for new members. Nothing changes for current members. I love the way that this month ended. I think we will be tentatively recording our Black Christmas Patreon only episode. I said that for 2 months in a row. But Black Christmas could be right around the corner. That was a Cage pick that will only go to paid members of our Patreon. Black Christmas, formative horror movie. But Prot, how do you feel about how December is shaping up for 70mm's Forbidden Journey?
Very, very happy. I think it's going to be a fun month, even just in the Discord, because the conversation will continue. You know, you might not, we might not be doing it live with the community, but we'll be chatting about these episodes, and the logs, I'm sure, will be coming in as the movies are released. So that'll be fun. And I mean, honestly, no one's happier than my wife. She was just giddy the other day thinking that, oh my gosh, for a whole month.
I have my husband back.
Yeah, I have my husband back.
My husband is back.
1 month only.
And two, like for paid members of our Patreon, they get uncut episodes of our weekly show. Usually they run about 2 hours. There's like an extra half of the show. They get episodes released early. They get episodes in the vault. There's over 70 episodes that are only available for paid members, and a host of other things. You get access to the Discord. Get discounts on Danny's merch, the shirts, the prints. I mean, you saw the sales figures for the Wicked merch.
Oh my gosh.
You saw the numbers coming in.
It's scary. I'm going to have Universal breathing down my neck soon.
Oh my God.
Let's not make it public.
No. So become a free or paid member of our Patreon, patreon.com/70mm for December. Otherwise, we will see you in 2026. 70mm is a tape deck production featuring original artwork provided by Danny Haas, spiritual guidance and top secret movie insider information provided by Protolexis, producer at large Dale_A, and music composed by Animatrix. Prints and other merch are available on 70mmpod.com. This episode was mixed, edited, and produced by me, Slim. Support our Patreon for access to longer, uncut episodes, our VHS Village Discord to talk movies with new friends, access to exclusive episodes from the 70mm Vault, discounts on merch, and a physical membership card mailed to you. To check out other Tape Deck podcasts, find the link in our episode notes. We're on Instagram, but that's about it. Goodbye.
This is a Tape Deck podcast.